here, but on the off chance all of a sudden you're deciding to whatever, I don't know.
Scream the R word.
Yeah. The United States fun. The fun you're causing for the world might cause people to say things, I guess.
Yes.
Anyways.
It continues.
Yeah, it's surprising it hasn't just stopped suddenly. I don't know why. I keep thinking it'll end. There'll be a...
No.
4 years is going to fly by, I'm sure.
4 years.
That's my naive Canadian optimism.
Yeah.
That there will actually be an election again. Yes, anyways. This is not a political podcast, other than everything is political these days. So, hey, Tim, welcome back to whatever this is called. These live streaming things. Thanks for joining me again. Be the voice of the voiceless commenters that don't comment.
The unwashed podcast newbies.
Make sure I actually have the comment thing open in case something comes in. Oh, that's not you, was it?
It was not. It was not.
And due to the contrast of my own settings, I can't quite read what that actually says. Theldavalen, I think it is. Here, let's put it up on the screen here. There we go. Theldavalen. It's you. Thanks for the follow. That was a nice way to kick off. You heard that as well, Tim, on your side of the...
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Was it obnoxious or is it okay?
It was a little loud, but it was generally fine.
It must be system audio that's coming through. Coming from the Shop Talk. Oh, sweet. Oh, that Alan then. I think I know who that is. Maybe. Shop Talk Discord, which is well timed because I'm going to edit, sort of, hopefully. I've edited the audio version of this Shop Talk episode that will be going out on Monday, the 16th or whatever that is on the Monday, episode 652. And I thought I would, if you ever need to dip out, Tim, too, just feel free. It's not a big deal. I think, do you have a way to like kill your camera and mic without having to completely? I mean, if you also ditch the thing, it's fine too. But
yeah, no, I can do that. I can certainly mute myself from here. Yeah.
Oh, this thing is not disappearing. There we go. I guess the comments come in here. Let's arrange that so that they're not covering Tim's face. There. Something like that. Okay, so Riverside, like I've mentioned previously, if you've been here before, it's a tool for recording conversations. It started off as a, funny enough, if you've learned any coding from one Wes Boss of Syntax Podcast fame and courses by Wes Boss, the guy who started Riverside learned how to code from Wes, some of his courses, and then built eventually, I don't think it was like a direct course to product, but built Riverside, which then Wes was using to record podcasts with, which then he found out was built by one of his, theoretically one of his students, I guess, or whatever. So anyways, I think if you go Wes Boss courses, or maybe just Wes Boss, yeah. You can probably you just take this JavaScript course and then you'll build your own Riverside, I guess, is what I understand. Does that sound right, Tim?
What's Riverside?
Riverside is the tool that I use to record conversations with people. So, and lots of clients use it as well because they can record their conversation and then just send me a link to they call it a studio, but basically that way they can share the files with me. We don't have to use Dropbox or anything else to swap files. And browser-based.
So it's a task-specific file sharing device.
Yes, and recording device. And then over the last few years, they've added the ability to edit right in the app.
Right.
AI editing as well, of course, as all things have to have AI. And I've been very, what's the opposite of bullish? pessimistic,
Bearish.
bearish on whether it's worth using or not. But I have a couple of clients who I've been sort of experimenting with, and so that'll be a fun way to just sort of try it out. I pitched the Shop Talk guys on just doing a version of it. Yeah, or Alan said a realistic version, expectations of how well it'll work. Pitch them on the idea of just trying it out as the lowest possible, like, or the laziest, depending on how you want to look at it, or least expensive in terms of hiring someone to do something for you. What would it actually look like? How much would you really want to use it? And nothing against Riverside as the company or whatever. They do a great job of enabling this kind of stuff. But some of us are either old and stodgy and stuck in our ways, or we're wary of yet another subscription service that we're beholden to for the rest of our lives. So I got a haircut right before, and I keep feeling phantom hair. So if I'm wiping my face, it's not from anything. Well, I guess dog hair maybe. So normally what I would do with Riverside is these are the recording files. I can just click and I would download, in this case, usually the raw audio file, clean it up a bit, put it into Logic Pro and edit that, add some music, maybe sponsor spots, etc., all in Logic on my computer, audio editing software, and upload the MP3 and away you go. But for this one, for the video version, we're going to actually, what they do is they call it a new edit. Where is it? Yeah, let's go to the editor. You can do the AI polished version where it's just kind of like you don't get any say over anything, and they'll just generate an episode for you. So that's assuming you hit start record and nobody flubs up or says anything that you'd want removed, either before, after, or during the podcast, and then it makes it all sound as good as it thinks it should sound, and away you go. But we're going to go edit from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try this time.
Have you tried the AI feature?
I did on one of my videos. Actually, I think maybe one of these recordings I tried uploading. I can't remember what I did. And it's okay. It's definitely like anything else. It's not. It's one of those things.
Is it better than just uploading the raw file?
Well, see, that's debatable because if you don't look at it at all, if you're not willing to watch through and see like, oh, actually here it's, chopped up Tim's audio and it sounds like a Skype garbly, whatever.
Yeah.
Even though actually it wasn't when you recorded it, and you're not willing to listen back to it at all, then you're probably worse off. And that's genuinely, sometimes that does happen with whether it's Riverside or Descript or any of the AI tools for editing. It just sometimes does barf on it, just like anything else.
Yeah.
And so
sure.
I think if you're going to do that,
right.
I
So
think you're better off.
It's certainly not a like, let it do its thing and then upload the file.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do some cleanup anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe some like undoing.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
What's that, like flexing or massaging the AI tool into the right, just like you would if you're using it for text or whatever. It would, 9 times out of 10 it'll spit out something that's fairly accurate, but you might notice that they reference World War II when you were talking about ordering groceries or something from Safeway.
Right.
And so if you don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, then yeah. So I have the advantage here of having edited the audio version, I can know that everything is safe as far as content wise. If nothing's going to escape containment of the recording, for good or bad. And yeah, so I've done nothing so far with this other than, well, Chris and Dave recorded this conversation. They turned on their cameras, loaded up Riverside, hit record, and hit stop, and that's as much as they did for it. So then Riverside's AI came up with these chapter titles, which I can identify as being accurate-ish, like to a point.
They're good enough for you to be able to tell where the conversations are.
Yeah, and again, that's where sometimes it would be like this food ordering experiences and customer service. Not really like a main point of the podcast, but is a segment where they just talk about ordering food from, I think it's Panda Express in the States is what it's called. Right. So relevant to the podcast topic, probably not, but it's a chapter in the show. So you can decide to keep or delete that kind of stuff, obviously, as you see fit. And I'll promise to the listeners or viewers or whatever, as well as to Tim here, that I will not, at least only once per 10-minute bracket, will say I'll be amazed that you can do this in the browser. Because I feel like I burned.
I think we're gonna have to get over it.
Yeah. Take a shot, I guess, every time I say that, and then we'll see how we go. And I apologize, I have a cold, so my voice feels like it's even deeper octaves. So what we can do with this is it's a timeline editor, just like if you've used anything like Logic Pro or Alan pours some whiskey to get ready. Well done. And you can double click on it to get. Oh no, there's a track view. Where am I here? That's split right here. This little button here. I can get the track view, so it is. You can see the audio recordings are local. So like Dave's side versus Chris's side, it's not mashed together as one track. So then, if Dave coughs, Chris's audio can be cut out. Let's just play a little segment here just to see how it sounds.
Insincere, I guess, is what I want. It's about the most like FU technology in the world. We're just going to make a robot take your order.
So that's, yeah, there's food ordering with AI, I guess. I'm assuming is what they're talking about. And then, I minimized Dave's there, I think. Some of their user interface I haven't figured out completely. So hopefully I don't break something. But and then I can also just like throw in the timeline here, I can scroll. I'm on a trackpad, by the way, so I can zoom in, zoom out very easily. Obviously, you could do something similar with a mouse or keyboards for shortcuts, I'm sure. I'm going to try making this bigger. Oh, I guess not. Thought I could maybe make the track view bigger. But I could split this, let's say, and then if I wanted to, I could delete this entire segment or move it around, copy it, etc. And there's Command Z to undo, so all those kind of shortcuts are respected.
What's the difference between the purple and the green waveforms?
That's Chris and Dave, their respective conversations.
Oh, you're looking at a combined.
Yeah.
Track.
I don't know how to get Dave's view back. I minimized it and I can't maximize it, so I should have. Yeah.
Guess the browser's not so great, huh?
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what you get for doing stupid browser things. Don't mind my dogs. It freaks out that people are outside and in the neighborhood. I can go smaller, but not bigger, I guess. Okay. Nobody's trained him yet. Just one sec. Just shut the door more. Yeah, he's protecting the house from my neighbors who are very allowed to be outside in their front yard. If you have ever owned a dog and in winter when people decide to shovel, every time someone's shovel hits the ground, he freaks out. All right. So what we can do is, like I said, split the tracks. I could mute just Chris's side, let's say, if he was coughing. I know that there isn't anything major that happens in this particular recording. I am hearing something from yours. Oh, now it just went away. Or is it my side? I think it was your side.
I'll mute while the radiator's kicking up.
Oh, that's what that is, yeah. It sounded like a little bit of steamy, liquidy something. So if you've got let's say an intro, maybe like video intro for your podcast, you can upload it to Riverside and then keep it there. And so then you'd be able to actually, well, they've got royalty-free images here and videos, but you can have your own stuff that you've uploaded. I'm going to actually upload their, let's see if I can find it here. Shop Talk Show, go to a past episode and just grab their intro, which looks like it doesn't want, because it's AIFF. Okay, so let's do a quick little conversion of that. AIF being Mac proprietary, Wave being fine, I'm sure. Let's fire up Fission. We'll skip the update. Hopefully we're all good. Export it as a wave. That should be good enough for it. Let's just go back to where we came from, just for funsies. There we go. Upload, probably drag it there too. Shop Talk Show 652 audio files wave. There we go. Good. So for the sake of this podcast, let's see here. If I click add music, they've got tons of, I would assume royalty free. So you could, I'm sure, find something in the news and politics. Oh, you got intros, outros. So all of this would be stock footage, obviously, possibly AI generated, possibly not. And let's see what the gaming outro. Definitely makes me think of gaming. But we'll use their actual music, and it's dropped it in right there where the thingy was. I'll throw it at the beginning here. Let's see. That's going to be not in the right way.
Hey.
So that's not right. Let's see if I can do add a scene, I think. I probably should have put it there. Let's see. Empty section. We'll put in. Their music actually goes for the whole thing, and then they talk after the music's done. So I should be able to, one would think, drag that out. No. Come on. Oh, that's splitting it. Okay, come on. Let me. No. I've hit my first roadblock. Do I need to add a scene? I think I already added a scene. All right, well, I hate browser-based editors. This is why. I'm fully justified in my hate. Oh, there we go. No. Not going to let me do it. Let's just going to undo. Let's go back here. Try this. Go to my uploads and audio. There we go. Now it's its own track. My apologies if that's really loud on your... It's quite loud.
It is a little.
Oh, don't need it twice, that's for sure. Yeah, browser-based stuff, good, except for where the parts where you have to fight with a sword. Exactly. like right now it's not letting me... There we go. Delete that. Perfect. Sorry, I don't have control over how loud things are that get sent to you, Tim. That's the... I have the stream volume, but I don't have your volume, unfortunately. So
Oh, that's okay. As long as it's not too loud on the stream.
Yeah, I don't...
It's not ear blasting. It's just,
yeah,
louder than everything else.
slightly obnoxious banjo.
Yeah.
So now normally what I would do is I would have this crossfade over top of. They would start as the music is fading out, and that's going to be a little. I'm sure it's doable, but I can't select both tracks. If I go back to normal view, maybe I can do a crossfade. No, that's gonna. I'm sure there's a way. I don't want to besmirch.
You can't put them on different timelines, if that's the right word.
Yeah, like a different track level.
Yeah.
Which is what I would normally do. And I'm sure there is a way. Split. I don't want to sit forever and fiddle with Riverside. Nor do I want to pretend like I'm a Riverside expert in demoing this. It was kind of the purposes of doing it to show how easy or difficult it might be for someone who's... This
isn't a demo, it's an exploration.
Yeah. So it's not the end of the world. And so just to, I guess, show what... caveat this with the idea probably you can do it. I'm sure they would have built something into that. But also I could add a media track just for fun for this one. They don't have an official, let's see, web design. Let's see if there's a video that lines up with web design. So there is something that's loading in here. Oh, overlay creation failed. Hitting all sorts of fun little roadblocks. Hack the Planet GIF from hackers. What was it? So I'm assuming this is trying to load. It's not quite long enough. I'm not going to wait for that one to
And
load.
usually you would do this in not Final Cut. What's the logic?
Yeah, well, video actually I would do in Final Cut or Descript these days too. A little bit. They would be similar styles of editing, anyways. But Final Cut is the video side. Logic Pro is the audio only side, and so there again, it would be. That's the funny thing is like Apple itself as the app is not like Final Cut Pro is not necessarily savvy yet to AI, easy template stuff like this, filler or whatever stuff. But it's much better at obviously being
an editor,
multi-track editor.
Yeah.
So I could put text on it as well. Catchy title. I should have gone. Yeah, catchy title is what I want, not stylish title. Shop Talk. This is not according to their brand or design guidelines by any means. Apologies to Dave and Chris for AI barfing on your podcast. Oh, is that actually obnoxiously loud for the stream, Alan? You can tell me.
Hey there, Shopomaniacs. We're going to rhyme.
So the audio version actually got a fancy drum beat of that. It's a little hot, but it's fine. Okay. So one thing I'll show, because I know that the content, again, nothing in the video itself do I need to cut out as far as content-wise. There isn't a part where Dave, has to leave and he has to come back. Actually, now that I say that, there was one brief moment. Let's see if I can find it in the transcription that Riverside generated, where, what was Chris, if I could remember from yesterday what he was looking for. Here. So actually pause 1 second.
Actually, just pause 1 second. I'm going to grab it.
Okay, so that moment, Chris is away getting a book, I think, or something. Or
I just got this in the...
So what I can do, I'm going to put the marker here, hit split. Now it's a nice little split thing there, and then just drag it over. And
I'm going to grab it.
So Chris is back before you know it. Nobody except for Alan is the wiser.
System.
Did you actually edit anything out, or did you just overlap the empty space?
It actually cuts it out. So
okay.
Yeah, Alan, I won't tell.
Because I saw you split it, but I didn't see you like trim it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, here, I'll just go back it's probably, so back to the gap there. I'm going to split with, it's split, makes sense. And then you could either throw another split in here and then delete the section, or I can just click and drag
that's what I was...
if my mouse lets me, or trackpad lights.
Oh, okay. So you're trimming it. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So let's see here.
I thought you were pulling the
just pause 1 second.
Previous clip over the subsequent clip, but you were actually trimming the front of the subsequent clip.
Yeah. So there's there's like 5 different ways to edit the video or whatever. Split 2 spots and delete, or drag and line it up.
Off the presses. Really cool. I have not read it yet.
And so that would be obviously like not critical importance, but it is a little thing that you can easily get rid of. And I think at the end too, there's maybe...
Chris, you got anything else you'd like to say?
Shopdoctro.com. Support your local transgender person.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All good.
The world's most enthusiastic endorsement of trans rights.
There was a longer conversation about it earlier. That's why I threw it in there. It wasn't like a out of context. That looks like they're both very
lukewarm.
We are required to do this by law, but
no,
it was the opposite of that, in fact. But that's the little, for anybody who hasn't watched or listened to Shop Talk show. that's how they end every show. Is anything else you'd like to say? Chris does some sort of like drawn out shoptalkshow.com thing, and then occasionally we'll add in some commentary, as he did there. Which actually for episode, so this is like 652 for episode 4, way back, probably 400 or something. I made a little smash cut of every Shop Talk show, like the last 200 and some episodes or whatever, just like a 2-3 minute long version of Chris saying shoptalkshow.com over and over and over. Which was not very interesting to listen to, but just fun. So with AI garble you can do here, you could have it automatically. I wouldn't do it for a show like this because they're very much like natural sounding, I guess. And it's an hour-long show. It's not designed to be a 15-minute, smash TikTok cuts or whatever. But you could go in here, automatically say, like, remove everything that's 3 seconds or longer. So in this case, there's no gaps that are 3 seconds or longer. I can shorten it to 1.5 seconds, and then there's 6 pauses that it is going to remove. So it'll save 11 seconds. Or I can go down to 1 second. Sorry, go ahead.
Identify them for you so that you could like go in and judge them for yourself.
I think, I know in Descript it does that. I think in here, I'm assuming it would definitely show you the cuts after that. So I could just undo them all, I guess.
Sure.
So actually here, let's just do that for interest's sake. So just to show you, you could actually do like a 328 super fast, like it's going to still only cut 3 minutes out of the whole podcast, but you definitely will not have any moments of just even
of silence at all.
Because like this one's 1 second, which is pretty quick actually, and that's going to remove every single pause. So let's just say these, where was it here? 1.5 seconds or more is going to remove 6 pauses. So let's see, apply that. And, maybe it doesn't show the cuts. Because I think these are just random markers, I think, unless that's no.
Ship it, so.
Not sure what those markers are. Oh, there's a cut I can see, I think.
And I just was like,
oh, maybe not.
Don't hope not working, but it's usually.
Yeah, oh yeah, there.
Oh yeah, that was a cut.
I think, let's see what happens. Do I delete it? Oop.
Like if you don't like it the way it turned out.
Yeah, I think you'd have to undo all of them, it looks like. I don't have a...
Oh, okay. That's annoying.
Yeah, or maybe I can't even undo. Actually, I just turn this off. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Keep all pauses.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's not performing a destructive process right there. It's just kind of overlaying cuts that you can remove.
Yeah, that's what it is. Very much like like Final Cut Pro or anything else these days, where it's a non-destructive editing. So even if you can make multiple edits of the project, I could at any point click export, and it'll start that's when it would start a video file 3 gig, video file export. But then I could just keep editing on this and make another version now that's every a tighter edit or something different. Same thing with this.
That most extreme setting has got to be like that's what TikTok and Instagram Reels do, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm here to tell you about my thing, and then my thing is I do this, and I do this once a week, and if you want to follow me, you can learn more about this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Which has made it very easy on video editors these days. That now that's an acceptable form of editing where you can have just smash cuts all over the place. Yeah, 0.001 seconds maximum pause is what I like in all my content these days. So similar with their other tools, you can have smooth speech where it would just remove filler words. They don't have a granular control. Descript would have a slightly more granular control in it where you can actually specify like remove all the ums, but not the, whatever other filler words you consider. It gives you a list of them, but you can choose to only remove certain filler words, let's say. The magic mute is where it identifies that the person isn't speaking, and so then it'll kill the track of the other of that person and not the person who's speaking. That's one of those ones where I don't trust. Color me old-fashioned. I still don't trust it completely. In theory, because you're using this product and you're paying them for it, it should be done well. But you're mild. I guess I'd rather err on the side of leaving a little bit extra noise in. Chris is talking, Dave coughs, let's say. Does it know that that's a cough versus talking? And then does it know to remove just that part? Or when Dave interjects early and says, actually, no, you need to whatever over top of Chris, which helps give context for why Dave is suddenly talking. And it is, especially with the video, but even with audio, it's really time consuming to do before and after tests on a lot of that stuff with AI, because you're kind of, you have to remember the things you did and then check them and then compare to what it would have sounded like. Similarly with Magic Audio, which is basically their way of, I just turned it on, I guess, making it sound better, EQing it and trying to do noise removal on the track itself. Which is stuff I do, and I have a bit of an automated process, but then I'm listening to it and editing it live all the way through, so I know that if the tool I use, for 30 seconds where Dave's air conditioner kicks in, let's say, and it overcompensates by making him sound like he's, in a tin can or whatever, I can just go back and cut that part out and not have it done. Whereas once I'm done the edit, I want to be able to just export and go and not have to re-listen to the whole thing and just trust that. Worst case scenario, Logic Pro, let's say, garbles the export completely, and we might not hear about it because it's at the 34-minute mark, and a listener maybe hears that or whatever. So Alan hears it on his drive to work or whatever. So you could, what else was I going to say here? Let's see. I think it's saying it's done that.
There. So, liberal in what you accept any amount of words.
Content authoring happens, but I feel like as much as you can,
because Chris's audio is quieter to me than Dave's, and I know in my version of that, the podcast version that's going out, fully fine. It doesn't. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Here I can turn off the Magic Audio. Oh, it's still spinning, I guess. So you can manually boost audio on a whole track level here, but I'm going to let it do its Magic Audio thing and see what happens. So one last thing I'll show you or talk about here is the where is it here? Layout? Yes, layout. So Smart Scene is basically, this one I do use, where it's going to go through and do some magic, theoretically. I think it's processing it all. Where it basically assigns a scene for, there. So it's switched from side by side to just where Chris is probably talking for a while, maybe. Oh, no, I can't find it. There's Dave. Anyways, it'll automatically say, just go to full screen on Dave now. It's kind of like having a producer in the studio or whatever.
Yeah.
And I find, at least for the purposes of what most people are doing with a video podcast, where, like you had said, I think in a previous conversation, you're not necessarily, if you are watching a video podcast, you're not focusing on every second of the video because you need to know what movements Chris's and Dave's face make the whole time. And so if there's a slight bit of overlap where, let's say here, Chris is actually talking, but it's on Dave, you're not going to be enraged and quit, unsubscribe and write angry emails or whatever. So I trust the layout side of things generally. And as long as your hosts know, this is what, I prefaced this with Dave and Chris, even because we don't normally do video, I said, hey, why don't you turn on video? And then they're aware that whatever they do on camera will theoretically make it into the video feed. And hopefully they would let me know that, by the way, I took off my clothes at one point, so please cut that out or whatever. So, not that either of them are prone to doing that as far as I'm aware in my 600 episode experience with them. So, anything that I'm kind of going probably fast-ish, but
no, it's fine. It all makes sense.
So what you can
but
do,
it is also interesting to see, their magic stuff, quote unquote, is quote unquote magic, but probably at this point still would require as much work from you, just a different workflow.
Yeah. And again, once you get, so I have another client who, it's a audio podcast focused first with a video option for YouTube for up to 4 guests. And so it makes, and they're fine with the idea of whatever's in the video in the recording, we're going to leave unless I let you know, or unless they let me know. And so then I just load it up in Riverside. This is what kind of gave me the confidence to use it for a while, at least just at this basic level. I load it up in Riverside. I chop off the beginning because they have a bit of banter before they actually start the show. And then the end as well, I chop off just where they say, okay, good show. Let's talk about how we're going to, whatever, promote this or something. And then they have their own video intro that the hosts record before or after, the conversation. And so then it's just a matter of clicking plus here and throwing that video into the feed. And then I export that, and I actually still take it into Final Cut Pro just to do a bit of like audio massaging, where if there's anything really bad, I can quickly fix it. But more or less, the YouTube version gets, AI enhanced, whatever you want to call that, Riverside edit. And
When you say audio massaging, you mean the quality of the audio?
yes, yeah. If there's anything, I can basically sort of just export the audio from Final Cut Pro. It's still a group track then at that point, because Final Cut Pro doesn't get the individual tracks from Riverside once you've done some AI stuff on it inside Riverside. So just to caveat that, I guess, or tangent there, Riverside does give you, like, if they have 4 guests, each with their own fancy HD cameras or whatever, and feed, you can get an individual full HD, full audio quality version of each track that you would import into Final Cut Pro, let's say, and do a multi-track video edit if you really wanted to. Nobody I know is paying anybody that like me to do that, because it's just a ton of work to have that done, but it is possible. So Riverside's AI version, like I'm using here, means the cuts, like the scenes and stuff, are done automatically, and you deal with a little bit of potential issues where they're nice. Whatever's going on in that moment. Just do a little screenshot for fun in case we need some thumbnails. Yeah. So I don't know what's still going here. Is there a phantom? Because that's the video there. Looks like we got a phantom track of some sort. Delete. So.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. You might be sick of that by the time we're done here. I'm assuming there'd be a way to fade in and fade out and all that kind of stuff. That's where I don't want to fiddle too long, because I do have to pick up children from school. So, and then again, like I said, I think already, but like at the end, I could add a outro if there was. They don't actually have any sort of fancy outro. They just sort of do their little thing. And then basically, let's see, it's still running? I don't know. I'll see what happens here. I can go export, and then this is where I can specify the video quality. I can try 4K. I think they both recorded 1080p, so I don't know what it'll actually do. If I was just, again, doing this straight to YouTube, I would normalize audio levels. I wouldn't personally put on background noise removal, just because I know that their audio to begin with is pretty good. If you're dealing with a radiator firing on randomly, let's say, just hypothetically, you might want to do it. And just to show you here, you can, so whatever cuts and things the Riverside did, I could export actually just a timeline version with the media to Final Cut Pro or Premiere, and then continue editing from that point if I wanted to, with all the cuts and stuff intact. There you go. There's the radiator. It's actually not that annoying. It's just kind of like a little hiss in the background. The watermark is, of course, just Riverside's watermark on there, so you could leave that on or off if you're paying, I'm assuming. When I hit export now, this is where it's going to create a version that I can download. It doesn't automatically start exporting it. A version I could go download in the export section for this recording, or I could keep editing by making another copy of this, and then maybe I wanted to make a shorts version, let's say, or whatever like that. So I'm not going to do that right for now. I'm going to go back to the export. So right now here you can see it's exporting that. What I'm going to do is quickly show the Magic Clips thing just to see what it does. Magic Clips is basically where it walks through the video, AI does, and says, like, I can change it to being like something that's vertical for shorts. We'll do smart scene layout and fill the screen, and duration, let's say we want it 1 to 1.5 minutes. We won't do any branding. We're going to go super fast, and we'll do magic mute, sure, and enhance audio. Save. I don't know if it'll do this quick enough. And then we'll generate magic clips. Oh. I thought I was doing that. Oh, maybe they're not on the right plan. My personal account, or the other account I'm on, is on that plan, but maybe I just can't customize. Okay, there we go. So we'll just see. I think it's last time I did this, it spit out some stuff quite quickly, none of which was
Right.
useful. But
So once you're at this point, like how integrated is this platform with the Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
so
Like how much manual work to actually publish it is there after this?
From what I've understood and what I've done so far, and this might be again me missing something, but I still have to download it and then upload into. Smash my microphone. Upload into YouTube, TikTok, etc. There isn't an export flow. I feel like there probably is to YouTube because that one's fairly easy for them to do. But for the other ones, these shorts and stuff, it does not have that I've seen anyways for sure. So, and it just
and I suppose it would be like for YouTube in particular. I suppose it would be like how integrated with the YouTube features do you need to be? Because I assume you can't you could probably set up a description, but you probably couldn't set up the card that shows up in the video at the end of the video.
Right. Yeah. So just of note with that, like the transcription that you get from Riverside will be as good or similar to what the transcription that would be out of YouTube, let's say. So you could use that, and especially if you feel like it does a better job of doing a transcription off of your voice than what YouTube does. But there isn't any sort of like editing or telling it anything. It's just kind of like that's your transcript. But in terms of accessibility and things, it's still great to have that, obviously, and as a starting point. And so you could download that or use the chapter list and paste that over into YouTube. You could download the subtitles or transcript and then edit it, because if every time whatever they said Kendrick Lamar, for example, it's spelled it wrong, let's say. Alan asked, does that work as a closed caption file? Yeah, I think that's what. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's transcript or subtitles. One of those is the closed captions file, I believe. That I know YouTube would take the subtitle .srt file as the closed captions thing. I think we're talking about the same thing, but I could be wrong. But even the chapters too is a great starting point, where you can copy that, and you've got time codes, and I'll just throw this in Notion, let's say. Oops, this one. So you can see you've got the time codes, which YouTube respects. This is the format YouTube wants it in. You can obviously change it to whatever you want the text to be, or adjust the time codes just by changing the number, and then you've got that. As always with these things, it's a great starting point. Some of these you might not want, like defensive, especially the way I do it is I look for anything where it's like a minute later it adds another chapter, because obviously it's just a topic change that they did, and so one of those probably isn't worth doing or having in there. Like this 3651 to 3744, for example.
The food delivery one is probably just 30 seconds of the end of a conversation before switching to another actual conversation.
Yeah, which was actually the topic was AI and customer service, and so AI does a remarkable good job of picking up on that kind of stuff, like having edited the show and then now looking at what it's picking out. I would if you didn't look at it and just copied and pasted, you wouldn't be wrong. Nobody's going to mock you for what you have for your chapters there, but it's still worth obviously checking just to make sure it doesn't put some AI barf in there.
What's this chapter? Steve says a lot.
Yeah. Or if it over-indexed on introduction and rap battle banter is not really worth
30 seconds of furnace noises.
Yeah. Steve is really concerned about his radiator, and so let's go back to just here before we wrap up. If there's any questions that I've glossed over, anyone, I don't know how many people are, besides Alan, if they're out there. The magic clips. Furnace Noises is the name of my new band. Exactly. Or the new podcast. So let's see. Just for random sampling, how good or not would this clip make you want to tune into this podcast without any other massaging?
I was listening to an episode about Second Brain conversation about IndexedDB. Not to enable Dave's I need to build a side project syndrome, but have you heard about PouchDB? It's a NoSQL database built on top of IndexedDB, and it's compatible with CouchDB and can sync with it. It's a great project, especially if you're building a web application that can work offline and store data locally and sync with the backend seamlessly when it comes back online. Definitely deserves a mention and attention from the web community.
Come up from me.
Really?
Second time. Just kind of recently, because I think I was talking about like, I don't know. And this what I love about this project. It's like ancient too. Go to pouchdb.com. It has this like really old school.
It's got Rails era.
It looks like it could be the Moo tools thing or something.
Yeah.
But it's been around forever, and that to me, especially when it comes to data stuff, is
Okay, so like visually, it jumps out at me is like a lot of weird angles on Chris's face. So you could go in and like massage that to look nicer. I'm sure a few odd cuts where it's like Dave is talking, but it chose to focus on Chris or whatever, and even Dave's doesn't really center it very well and stuff. And so I would give it a thumbs down. Actually, I'll just send. Oh, I don't want to have to type. Don't make me give reasons.
No, thank you. So could you like highlight the text in that column and it would create a new clip?
Yeah, here, let's just load up a new one just for fun here. So maybe like I feel
like I could write a blog post called Web Components Are Bad.
So I think I could, let's see here. Yeah, create a new edit, probably from just that. There you go.
I feel like I could write a blog post called Web Components Are Bad.
So there, that's like clickbait, right? We can.
Yeah, exactly.
Components are a controversial topic, I gather. Thumbs down, confirmed down. Yeah. So, and I don't want to downplay Riverside's ability to do this kind of stuff because I don't use it a lot for creating clips. I think it does do a decent job of getting you a baseline of like a place to start from. It's easy to sort of point out how bad it is sometimes. And so having to sort through this many clips and figure out what they're actually trying to say, whether it's worth doing, whether the video is actually any good, I would be more inclined personally, like knowing that this is ability, like to highlight text like we just did and then just right away create a new one. I would, which is something Descript does as well. I would actually be more inclined to do that while I'm editing the big project. Because hopefully if you're in tune with what you're editing or your show is about or whatever, you would be aware like this is what our readers or our listeners, viewers, whatever are
or you're listening to it as you're editing, you're going, oh, that was funny. And then
funny or topical or anything like that. But for folks who are like, if you're to like, especially I think when you're editing yourself, it's hard to like sometimes recognize what you yourself are saying or even validate yourself as being worth sharing, if that's a thing. And so
that's step one. Threat model detected. Okay. Threat detected authors who have unfettered access to a WYSIWYG. That is the
It's a nice one.
thing.
I like that. That's good.
So whatever you can do to kill every button except bold, underline, and strike through, and italics, maybe you should do. You know what I mean?
So you would identify with that, I'm sure, of handing a client
100%.
CMS.
Yeah.
And you might be inclined to click through then from TikTok or wherever you happen to see that to be like, I should check out the rest of that episode. 'Cause it sounds like what they're talking about is interesting to me. So, but I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on that right now. It looks like our export is still building, which probably if I didn't do the Magic Audio thing, it would be done. Because in the past, I've not done the Magic Audio version, and it was much quicker than this. So in the interest of time and not making my kid freeze outside, I will have to leave it there. Suffice to say, you can export. When this is done, I would download a full, in that case, it was assembling a 4K version. So what you see on here, if you're looking on Twitch or YouTube later, it's slightly downgraded right now as it is inside of Riverside, just so that it's quicker to scrub through. But then the actual exported version will be full quality, fairly good. Here, I can probably make this export quickly. Just do this one. Remove the watermark, normalize audio. Let's see. That will go quick. So I don't know. Would this be something where you'd be like, oh, that's good enough to I would trust that to do some stuff with, Tim, or would you? I know we did a very quick overview, but
I would trust it as far as I could throw it. How about that? Well, I would trust it to get me started, get a project started, and maybe I'll get lucky, and a lot of the work doesn't need to be adjusted.
Yeah,
and it like hits the clips just right, it hits the pauses just right. But it seems like it's obviously a tool for people who are less proficient at actual audio editing. So it's never going to be as good as an expert who can use Final Cut or Logic or whatever. But it gets you to, again, we've talked about this before, it gets you to that threshold of good enough to publish.
Yeah. And it's like, just like everything else, the better your hosts are, or the guests, the people on the podcast are at being entertaining, interesting, talking well, not doing a lot of ums and ahs, having good audio gear, etc., camera gear. The same, in that same way, the AI tooling for that will do better at pulling out stuff because there's less crosstalk. There's good, clear audio and video of what's actually happening, so it creates a better transcript. Whereas if you and I were in a room talking on a blue mic in full stereo, and it's just kind of picking up room noise and radiator noise maybe, and then the dog barks, all of those things happen, and it doesn't really know how to clean that up well. And so especially making clips that are interesting from that. So whereas I've referenced before, Jason Langsdorff's Learn with Jason, now he just renamed it. I should know, the webdev.tv, I think is what he's calling it. No. Web TV, what dev TV? Shoot, it's going to bug me. Code.tv, thank you, Alan. Code.tv? No? What? Or is Chrome just being... Now it's really bugging me. Learn with Jason. We'll start there, because I think he redirects it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Jason, you're supposed to... let's go to his YouTube. Code TV Dev. Why is that not?
Is it Code TV?
Oh, codetv.dev. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We got it sorted. Thanks, Alan, for you steered me into the right path. Anyways, when I'm doing highlights of his shows with Descript, for example, just like by way of, he has really good audio, really good video, and then he also has a very distinct and very fun laugh. And so Descript can pick up on, or Riverside in this case, would pick up right away. Like if the guest makes him laugh or Jason makes himself laugh, it knows right away. That's a highlight. That's the thing that I can find.
Interesting.
And so it doesn't, I don't have to go hunting for that. I mean, I could scrub through the video and see when he belly laughs back or whatever and probably find it somewhat easy, but it right away picks up on those moments as like either a learning moment or a funny moment that's worth sharing. And so that kind of stuff helps, just speed up the process. But again, having a guest or a host, in this case, Jason, who's been doing it week in and week out for years now, just like everything else, garbage in, garbage out. What's the quality in, quality out? Whatever I don't know. the saying. Does that make sense?
Garbage out.
Oh, our export is ready. Perfect. Let's start quickly. Just check. Oh, this is the. So there's a publish on Spotify, publish on Transistor, publish on CastOS is another. So they got some. So I could take it right to TikTok or copy the link. I guess, yeah, we can go straight to stuff. We'll just download it quickly here.
I think you have to assume.
So that's, oh yeah, I left the watermark on. So you can see what the watermark looks like.
The person.
So that's, on my end, I don't know if it translates through to the stream or to your version there, but like definitely the quality is much better. Like it's crisp, and the way that I know that their cameras are represented.
Those buttons out.
Yeah.
They don't need all those buttons, if you can
like
get
that.
them.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have noticed if you hadn't called it out, but
Yeah, just
because
comparing
I'm
it to
looking at a smaller version of it.
Yeah. So again, that's where it speeds up a lot of that stuff, but you still would have to do a lot of manual editing if you're, especially, I can tell when people have just exported a clip from some sort of AI tooling as a shared clip and they didn't do any sort of alignment or arranging of things. So,
Yeah.
all right.
It's interesting how prevalent these tools have, how quickly they've become ingrained in every workflow.
Yeah. And just like for coders, I know you're a developer, and a lot of the folks I edit are developers. And where's my Stream Deck thingy? It's not showing up. Stream Deck. You know that it's like sometimes it's amazing and sometimes it's complete awful garbage, and you have to know. The user has to be aware enough or smart enough or whatever word you want to use to know the difference.
Yeah.
When it's amazing and when it's actually just looks amazing, and being able to, massage it a bit to make it actually nice or workable. So,
Yep.
Cool. Right. Well, thanks, Tim, and
Sure.
good luck as you continue
Thanks
to
for
unpack.
putting up with the radiator and all my boxes. Yes.
Thanks, Alan, for helping ask some other questions and directing me to Jason's actual site, so I didn't completely embarrass myself in front of a client potentially. But until next time, we try and do this every Thursday afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, of course, as to whether that's the afternoon or not. And then the episodes live on beyond on the YouTube channel that is linked below somewhere or wherever you have found this, because if it's on YouTube, you're on the right place on the channel. Anyways, I'll fix this with AI later. Okay. Thanks. Yeah.